Hello! So part 2 of how to turn your book into an audiobook using a voiceover artist. Obviously, mug of the day, I've got a massive mug here. We know which mug this is, even though I've got my hands over it for advertising or whatever. You know what mug it is. I need a big mug like this when I do these videos because all the talking dries my throat out and it's annoying. So, as you know, turning book into an audiobook, my very first book is now turning into an audiobook using a voiceover artist. I've now got to a point where we've signed the contract. But before I signed the contract, she had sent over emails with her ideas for the cast, asked me all sorts of questions about the cast as well. She'd already read the book because that's part of her prep process. She actually had a PDF of the book and read it. So she knew exactly where the characters were going, what was happening, how to put the inflections in the voices, that kind of thing. And then what she did as well was she was asking me all sorts of questions about how I felt about different accents because it helps her differentiate between characters. And she had got one of my characters to have a main character have a West Country accent, which I was very excited about because I love a West Country accent because I spent a lot of time in Wiltshire and Somerset and around those areas, and Cornwall and Devon and places like that. And so occasionally you might hear my West Country-ish accent coming out where I get a little bit more Wiltshire, but not often, only when I swear sometimes. So we have now signed a contract. She sent over sample chapters to make sure I was happy with how she was going to read some of the book, and then I agreed to then pay 25% up front and then the rest of it on delivery of all the final chapters and everything. And the way she's recording it is she's sending me a few chapters at a time. So if there are any issues of how she's recorded a line or if I'm not happy with something, I can go back to her quite quickly. And then she can just re-record those lines or that section, and it's a lot easier. If they just say to you, I'm going to give you the entire recording and then you pay me, and the problem you might have there is that you might not go through the entire recording that quickly, and you might, like a couple of weeks down the line, find something that's off, but you've kind of already paid them, the job's kind of already possibly been done, and it's quite difficult for them to re-record it for you. So doing it in chapters like this with the raw recording is actually really quite helpful. So I hope that answers the next load of questions people have been asking me about how it's going. I will do future videos with more updates, and I hope to do a video of how to eventually upload the final product. So that should be fun. Okay, I will see you on the next video. Okay, all right, bye-bye.